Hello students, welcome to CSE341. Today we're going to dive into the anatomy of a Node.js server using TypeScript and Express. So imagine building a house. Every piece of code is like a building block that adds up to create our digital home. So let's dive into server.ts. So at the top we're importing Express. It provides the essential features and capabilities to build a web application, kind of like how a house's framework provides the necessary structure for walls, rooms, and other elements. To use Express, we have to declare an Express app, and our port is our address. We only listen on our address. So for example, if we have a website that's open on port 3000, we have our response here, but if we went to 3001, we're not able to connect. That's a different address. Our app is using the home route with any routes that are listed in our routes file. Since we're importing it up here, they're all applicable to the home route, which is just if you navigate to the page without any other data like slash data or slash home, it's going to be a different route. But if you're just at the home page, then we're going to use the routes. So let's dive into the route index.ts. At the top, we import router, which allows us to create a route system. It's a tool from Express that just makes things easier. And we're importing our joke from our controller, which is an index.ts. So whenever we get the home route, which is just our localhost 3000, we're going to display the joke. Let's say that we change this to joke. If we refresh the server, now if we go to the home route, there isn't one anymore. No data will be returned for it. If we do slash joke, now we can see the joke. Let's dive into our controller now. So we're using request and response from Express, which basically means that we have our request come in as REQ and we respond with RES. So whenever we have incoming data, we can modify it or look at it, but we're not doing much with that in this assignment. We'll do a lot more with it later on, and we send a response. So as you can see here, we're just responding res.status. A status code of 200 is successful, and we're sending the data. The data is how the telephone proposed to his girlfriend. He gave her a ring. What a knee slapper. So yeah, now we export the joke down here, which means whenever we import our controller, we are able to execute that code whenever we put our route here. Let's change that back to our home route real quick. Let's dive into the tsconfig.json real quick. So this is like the OSHA. They're the people that go around to people's houses and commercial real estate, and they inspect it. And if construction people didn't follow the policies, they get hit with fines or can get in trouble. The difference is you get to choose the rules in the tsconfig.json and you don't get any fines. So it's really important to understand what each of these does. The out directory is where the transpiled code goes. So you write the TypeScript code, it gets transpiled into JavaScript, and all of that is in the dist folder. So it looks like really weird JavaScript. That's because TypeScript optimizes the code that you write so that it's less likely to encounter issues whenever people are using your program. If we go to our package.json, our build right here, npx_tsc, this is compiling our TypeScript to JavaScript. Typically they use the word transpile, but basically all it's doing is converting it. Our start right here is running our build, which is where it compiles the TypeScript to the JavaScript. And then using nodemon, it runs the server.js in the dist folder. So the JavaScript is being run after the TypeScript is compiled to JavaScript. That sums up the lesson for the day. Just make sure that you're learning these commands really well. They're very useful, and you can create all kinds of customized scripts to automate things in the future. You can create scripts that'll automatically push to GitHub whenever you run certain npm commands. You can do all kinds of fun things. So if you have extra time, I encourage you to read up on that. Hope you have a fantastic day.